Hello, everybody, and welcome back for another episode of Butt Stompers 2014. I am RockLeeSmile, as always, with my friends Last Gray Wolf, Alpaca Patrol, and Baer Taffy, and we're going to talk about more stupid shit today. So how's it going, guys?
It's going pretty good.
They call me the Butt Stomper.
I wanted to point out that Rob, before the episode, did not ask who was going to intro the episode.
Did he
Yeah,
not?
true.
Wow.
Strange.
Yeah.
He actually...
Yeah. That really threw me off.
Is that something we've let everyone in on?
Yeah, I
think
think
thing
so.
that happens. Okay.
Maybe. In fairness to me, we just did another one like just now. So also people watching on my stream may notice that there is a GIF of a man dancing right now, and there's also a plane. Yeah, a plane's
There is
happening.
a plane.
Yeah.
Air traffic controller.
Yeah, but there's a GIF of a man dancing. I decided to put that on the screen because it's very funny. Look at this guy, this white guy. It's bad at dancing. I made the GIF, so I'm kind of proud of it.
Johnson.
What is happening right now?
I made the I made the GIF. It's the first GIF I ever made, and that's good.
You should brag about the GIF.
Gift them, damn near
I
killed
did.
them.
It's actually it's on the front page on /r/white people GIFs. So pretty proud of it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's
Austin made
impressive.
this outstanding metaphor to net neutrality by accident before. When he was talking about what would it be like if, like, the electric company charged you for each individual device that you have in your house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
I just thought that was such an astute metaphor, and I'd never heard anybody mention that before. Just like let's spread that out into the public consciousness. Just think about that for 5 seconds.
Basic. Well, it's more specifically as an analogy. It would be like you plug in your blender made by or your toaster made by Toasty Town 3000, and the electric company was like, hey, in order to let this guy use your toaster, you got to pay us like $1,000.
Well, Toasty Town has to pay them especially, and then they pass that savings on down to the end user.
Right.
So
yeah, exactly.
then you get a license to run Toasty Town toasters in your house properly, and
But
then
did
you
you
can buy
see-
their other products.
Yeah, did you see though that like Google is partnering with Netflix to be like, hey, fuck you guys, because this shit works both ways, dummies. Like they'll just be like
dummies.
Yeah, it's just like
That's actually the name of the bill.
yeah, this shit works both ways, dummies. By Condoleezza Rice. Yeah, no,
That's her new single.
her new LP. Yeah, but yeah. So, but yeah, no, they're like okay. So then we'll just make it so that your consumers can't use our products, because it's the same shit that the cable company's been doing for years, basically, and getting away with net neutrality with cable channels too, and they want to try to move it over to internet, and that shit is not cool because it's stupid. Because it's like, oh yeah, this year you have to use Time Warner Cable if you want to get ESPN. Oh, okay, well next year you're gonna have to get satellite if you. And my dad used to do that shit too. Like he used to chase the different cable companies that gave him the Yes Network, and it's like,
wow,
you have to get the new channel numbers in your head all the time because you got to change them because sometimes
that's like
they
the
allow
last thing
CBS.
I'd be worried about now.
And it's just like, dude, that is fucking stupid. That is a stupid system that's stupid. And
It's like when you get a new game, like you get the new Borderlands or something, and each individual retailer you pre-ordered it from had a different exclusive skin or something, and you wanted all of them, but you can't have them all because you can't pre-order the same game 5 times.
Yeah.
Like, don't give me that shit.
Want it all.
Did you see there was a flowchart for all the versions of Watch Dogs, all the special editions? There's like 16 of them.
Really?
Flowcharts usually aren't necessary.
That's true, yeah.
You find that, like, there should be a flowchart for when a flowchart is necessary. I'm sure there is one.
I'm sure there is, yeah.
Would you include its own flowchart on that flowchart though?
I don't think it was really a flowchart. It was just a chart.
Oh, it didn't flow then.
I added that flow on there.
Yeah, it was a
like the flow beat.
It was a starting.
We just don't know
wrapper.
if the charts don't flow, man.
I want a flow beat chart.
Snap.
Didn't have a very good flow. Actually, speaking of rap in general, I'm one of those hipsters who like primarily likes old school hip hop. One of the main reasons I don't like modern hip hop is that I really don't like the most common mainstream flow.
It's because you're a hipster.
Yeah, it's because of my hipsterness.
It's self-explanatory.
Yeah. No, but it's like the flow, man. It's like that Lil Wayne flow is just shitty. Although it's been getting better in the most recent years. The most recent years.
Have you considered listening to Flo Rida?
Flo, yeah, Flo Rida. He's a good one. He's got a good.
He's got flow in his name. You know it's got to be there for him.
That's
I
true.
kind of dig what you're throwing at me, Home Skillet, because I have
Are you
a
picking up what I'm
similar.
putting down?
I may very well be inclined to call you a jive turkey if you continue down this route. I am gonna voice something that could be controversial. I hate a lot of rappers' voices in general these days. Like one that sticks out to me. Yeah, that's really close, Nick. Actually, I think you should record an album. Kendrick Lamar in particular, he just sounds like he needs to cough all the time, and it doesn't sound good to me.
I just said, why do you even care? Because they're all auto-tuned anyway.
That's true.
Oh, that's true.
Well, that's kind of gone away now, which I'm also pretty happy about. Yeah, a little bit. I mean, yeah, a little. That's pretty much gone. Like I said, there actually are some there are some good like up and coming rappers that are happening that's going on right now that are actually pretty good.
The guy in that Reddit video of the dudes who are like freestyle or improving on like.
That was really cool. Yeah. Yeah, that was cool. That was really enjoyable. But yeah, no.
Actually, been on Jimmy Fallon. Not Jimmy Fallon. Might be the other guy.
Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah, that one.
Jimmy
Late
Johnson.
Jimmy Johnson's Hip Hop Hour. I so watch that.
There should be another late night show called Late at Night with Your Late Night Jimmy, starring the other Jimmy.
That'd be pretty good.
It's Late Nights with Jimmy. That's it.
Late Nights with your Jimmy. There you go.
Any Jimmy that you can find can be on this show.
It's never the same host twice.
Any Jimmy.
My friend almost murdered Jimmy Fallon in a bar once.
What?
Yeah.
We already told the story in a minute.
I feel like that's an over-exaggeration.
No. Apparently he was. Apparently he was really drunk. He really hates Jimmy Fallon. And apparently he was very drunk. And I think for good reason. Yeah, I agree. But he took a knife off a table and was like threatening Jimmy Fallon with a knife, and he got kicked out of the bar. So
how do you not get arrested if you're threatening Jimmy Fallon with a knife in a bar?
I don't know. He was a really drunk guy. Yeah,
he's all right.
Yeah. So
we were threatening to kill that guy for like 2 hours straight at that one bar.
Jared.
Yeah, Jared.
With the forearms.
The subway guy. Yeah, he was with you guys in Boston.
Fuck that guy, though.
No, that guy deserved it, though.
Yeah, Jared
fucking deserved it, yeah.
He came downstairs, he was bragging about the size of his forearms like we give a shit about him. Like, how are you not going to incite a group of people that are all drunk into some sort of violent rage, especially when, like, you and Dennis were basically trying to incite us as hard as you could?
Yeah. I mean, well, that guy, he had it coming. I mean, Jared... I actually almost got into a fist fight with another guy later on that night because he spilled his drink on me and then was kind of a douchebag about it. And then the bouncer, like, I was like, I go up to Uno and I'm like, hey, look, I don't think anything's gonna happen, but if I fight that guy, you got my back, right? And Uno was like, yeah. And then, like, the bouncer was walking down the stairs and he, like, I see him, like, turn on the first step and he's like, hey, man, just don't do that. I'm like, okay, like, I get you. And Uno was there too. He's like, look, you understand though, right? He's like, yeah, no, I understand, but just, this is my job. Please don't
do that.
Yeah, please, yeah. It's like, all right, man, I get you.
There was that poor girl that was trying to be nice to Josh, and he like pointed that fake gun at her, and we didn't know why.
Wait, Josh had a fake gun?
He was playing the Deer Hunter game in the arcade game that was embedded in the wall, and he just like pulled the thing out and he like pointed it at her head and like, wow, Josh, it's pretty dark.
Jesus,
he was in a weird place.
We all did a lot of things we weren't really proud of that night, I think.
We found Josh's inner demons in Boston, Massachusetts.
I think we mentioned actually in a previous Magic episode about how like we spent a lot of money in that bar that first night. Like I spent well over $100 on pitchers, so you can get an estimation of how drunk we were. We were fucking hammered. Like we got several pitchers, and then I remember Ryan came in and he bought a pitcher of some cider shit.
Stuff.
Yeah, and like, oh, that was so nasty. I still drank it, but it was like
it was the continuation effect. Everyone kept arriving in the city of Boston within like 2 hours of each other, so we just stayed there.
There's a new party for each time. Every
time someone got there, we to meet a new person. It was like, hey, drink, okay.
There were so many pictures. My God, I remember when we left to go drop our bags off at the hotel. Or I went to go with Josh to go get his bags, but then we never did that because I don't know why.
Oh, right. Yeah, I remember that.
We came back and there were just like pictures, like more than glasses everywhere.
On pictures.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah.
I remember
I had the
people
best
started drinking
7-Eleven gas station donut of my life that first night when we were all
Really?
freaking-
Nice.
It was wonderful.
That sounds
I remember
nice, yeah.
putting it in my mouth, and I remember the sensation just like oozing through my body.
Oh,
Of
baby.
I think
Oh
I
my
had a
God.
7-Eleven donut while I was there too.
In my mouth, oozing sensation.
You know, I actually have to say, this is I'm actually pretty happy about the price of donuts. They're all $1.
Oh yeah, I've been
And you
saying
know-
that
oh,
for
they're
a
less
while.
than $1.
Yeah, a lot of places they are less than $1. And it's like that's you know what? That's nice. That's really. I'm glad that that's
They've
how that
maximized
is.
their production cycle, essentially. They've gotten as much value out of the donut idea as possible, so that's good. It's good
Yeah.
for us, consumers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty
So Austin
nice.
wins.
Yeah.
No, it's
It's
only
good.
one turn. This is only one turn.
Yeah,
That's
but
kind
it's
of
still
absurd,
Avacyn's glory. Me? What did I do?
You have that card that takes other people's
All
cards.
right. Well,
I don't think you're dead, but you're gonna lose a lot of creatures.
So we all have to meet up at PAX Prime though, so we can sing Smash Mouth songs again, because that was like the greatest moment of all
They
time.
sold out of 4-day passes within 27 minutes or something
Doesn't matter.
ridiculous.
We're all gonna get press passes.
I don't think I'm gonna get one, man.
I'm
can
not
get
gonna
one.
get a press pass.
Just get one.
I
would.
wish I could just like tell them like, "Hey, man, come on," and they'd be like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah,
All
Brett,
right.
You have a better
Exactly
shot than
that.
I do.
Yeah, I didn't. I mentioned
Oh,
this before. Like at the time, I was at a similar subscriber number as Mathis, and he got a press badge. I didn't get a press badge. And I was like, oh, that's kind of sad. I thought I saw him get one. And I was like, oh, okay, so I could probably get one. And I'm like, nope.
But didn't he email them way before you though?
Maybe.
Might have been a time thing.
I don't think so. Like it was around the same time. I don't know.
No, I
was just
remember
like
I
a-
was bugging you. I was like, man, you got to do this before they don't offer them anymore. And I thought it was very close to the end period. I don't know. Doesn't matter.
I think you
trying
should just
to
send them a
think.
picture of your dick, man. Like honestly, that's gonna get you further than anything else.
You know what? Fuck your unruly
Good.
mob.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, that was actually
there
probably
we
a
go.
bad idea.
Good move.
Was it? Why?
Yeah, because Baer has the never mind.
Well,
Bear's gonna do a thing, and I'm not gonna appreciate
no,
it.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
So you probably, for the sake of the rest of us, should have helped us with that.
Oh, he's gonna take it now.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
gonna take the good thing.
Well, I'm not gonna take the. Unruly
Oh, he's
mob.
not
I'm
gonna take the good
something.
thing.
Look
Ah,
how
shit.
jacked that Scion of Darkness is. Look at his
Shit.
pecs.
yeah,
He's
jacked
got like a
as fuck.
70 pack.
I mean, I'm pretty much
That's
like
true, man.
boned up real good, so I'm just gonna do whatever
Yeah,
I can.
well,
while
I wouldn't have done that if it weren't for the thing that steals everyone else's things.
Yeah, that Royal Elemental's pretty good. It's
just
pretty
don't-
handy.
He's gonna jam up our game.
Yeah, he's gonna jam it up real good.
You're jamming it up. Well, Rob's pretty open.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm pretty much dead, I think, but that's fine because I get to watch this GIF of this
Nah.
man dancing over and over again.
You're not dead.
Is it-
You're
I-
the least threatening right now, so you're okay.
That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah, I mean that people will have to open themselves up to kill me, but you know, still. That said, so that GIF that I showed you guys is from this channel of this dude who is his character is the bold
God.
guy, and it is hilarious.
So
Oh,
his,
wow.
his channel's an old guy.
No, the bold guy. And essentially all of his videos are him playing this character of the
Shit.
bold guy in which he clearly has written all of these scripts to make himself seem like a badass and
Oh.
picking up like hot ladies in like really creepy ass ways. And like it's the
Oh.
most awkward. I found it off of r/cringe and man, it is a great channel.
You gotta like bottleneck your time on this particular subreddit, man.
You do, yeah. It's. I mean, me.
No, I'm talking about you in particular.
Yeah.
Like I want you to set up an
Yeah.
hourglass feed.
I browse a lot of r/cringe. It's
So
really
that's the
good
thing with,
though.
with Rob though, is that you're sitting there in Skype and you just see a message from Rob and it's just imgur.gif/780 and you're like,
Yeah.
this could be from any subreddit. This could be adorable,
It
terrifying,
Right.
or just like it's
Yeah.
potluck.
It's
That's-
like r/50/50, but it's more like an 80/20 kind of deal. I
Yeah.
regret finding what it is later on.
People told me about r/5050, and I was gonna open it up on stream, and then someone was like live chatting their experience of it, and they were like, okay, don't go to fucking
Dude,
50.
you were doing Google image searches for stuff live on your stream. And I'm
I
don't
did
do that. You're gonna lose your Twitch channel.
I only did a Google image search of Adele, and like I assumed.
I still think that's bad.
That could be dangerous, man. If you don't have safe search on, you don't know what you're gonna find there.
I mean, it could be, but like I was fairly certain that Adele wasn't gonna have naked pictures. She seemed like a pretty.
I was just gonna say, literally, like turn off safe search, search cute puppies, and if you're not finding something like truly disturbing within the first 50 images, I will be surprised.
Yeah, that's fair.
All the viewers just did that, so they can report in the comments, let us know what happened.
I suppose so.
Yeah, report us in the comments.
No, don't report us. Somebody linked, I guess there's a Let's Play channel where somebody pretends they're Stone Cold Steve Austin and does Let's Plays of games, and that was pretty cool. I don't remember the name of the channel, but it's somebody probably knows about it.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Somebody once told me.
Hey, here's an idea that no one should do. And this is something for people who want to start Let's Plays. Okay, if you think that you have a really creative original idea and that creative wow, Bear's there.
I didn't. Dude, what the shit?
No, yeah, you couldn't have lived there. I
I just don't understand why the game wouldn't show me everyone that was attacking me. I saw 3 enemies. That's all I got.
Yeah.
Fuck it. I'm just gonna fuck shit up.
Fuck you, Austin. You were dead. What are you doing?
I'm just gonna fuck shit up, basically.
Why are you helping Nick?
Thank you.
Why can't I just like?
No, I'm against
I'm not,
every game.
You are Bear, but specifically Rob just like fucking with me.
I like that Rob's on my team now.
I said I was just fucking shit up, and my fucking shit up was allowing you to like banish whatever else you want to banish or exile or whatever. But
that's true.
Yeah, that's what I was just like, because I'm fucking boned. Like, there's no chance I'm gonna win this game. So I think
the illusion deck just sucks balls, man.
Yeah. Well, Nick almost won the last game with the illusion deck. So, but
yeah, it's a fast deck, and it's four people. It's not gonna work.
Yeah, it's hard to do. But anyway, so let me tell you, the people who Let's Play, if your really creative original idea is I'm going to role play as the character as also doing things, I'm gonna tell you the truth. You are not the first person to think of it, and it never works out well. I have never seen that work out well, so just
I don't know, man. But that shouldn't be like rule of thumb advice for any creative idea. It shouldn't be like just because you're not the first person to think of it, shouldn't rule out your possibility of doing so.
No, I'm not saying that necessarily, but I'm saying like I've heard multiple people come up to me like, hey, I have this really cool idea, implying that they thought that they were the first one to think of it. And then, but I know from experience seeing multiple people having done that it has never worked out, ever. I've never seen that work out in a positive way. So, I don't know. Maybe it could work for you. I don't know. It's possible. But I would just say, in general, you know, at least check it out before you put it on the internet.
It makes for a nice one video that we can mention one time and then probably
a
not go back to.
thing, yeah, a one-off thing is fine, but like Dennis was actually also going to do that at some point, which is also why I mentioned it. Is because at one point Dennis was like gonna do that as his Let's Play thing for RPGs.
He started his Binding of Isaac business series because I really wanted to watch that.
He has not. Oh yeah, he should.
He was going to explain theories about advanced business stuff through metaphors in Binding of Isaac, because he did this for 3 hours when we were driving home from PAX, and he was just, like, freaking good at it.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome.
I was passed out.
Start a whole new subgenre of channels if he did that. Mm-hmm. Jesus Christ, Austin, what are you doing?
I've always said that he should
trying to kill you.
I've always said that he should do, like, a business themed channel, because he knows a lot of business stuff, and I never did it. But he should
do it, man.
Yeah,
that is silly.
Just everybody tweet at Dennis. Definite Dennis.
Yeah. He also, I think he probably hasn't logged on to Twitter in over a year. But
he
gets like at least 5 or 6 tweets of like in this exact spelling and casing, all lowercase. Hey Dennis, you should totally do a business Isaac series for real. And use the number 4.
Number 4, yeah.
And
you're a funny man.
Take out the O in should, and there you go.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a close one. I don't know.
Yeah, it'll be real
this
close.
Is super intense. Wish I was a part of it.
Yeah. Yeah, me too, Bear. Me too. Mm-hmm. I'm functionally dead.
See, that was the thing that you needed to not have, and you had it, which is unfortunate.
Oh, wow.
Snap.
Yeah, Theo's... did you draw that this turn?
No, I've had it. I was just waiting to maximize my mana before I cast it.
Yeah. Well done,
Well played.
Nick.
Well played. Well played.
Kudos. And then just an attack on Rob, because fuck Rob.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rob, if you wouldn't have killed your creature, you might be able to pull something.
I have a 2. It was a 2/2 creature.
I probably should have reversed the order of those. So I could have done 4 to Rob, who's still alive.
Oh, wow. Rob,
Yeah.
you must have a... Wait, what card do you have that's...
Well, did you just straight up not take a turn?
Well, yeah, yes. Oh, never mind.
I didn't have anything. Yeah. I also don't have anything. Yeah, that's it. Basically, when you attacked me that first time, that crippled me for the entire game.
Yeah.
There is no chance for me to come back from that.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Nick's favorite way to win again. Let me kill everybody and then kill me.
I'm happy with it.
What was I gonna say? If anyone's salty about me unsummoning my own or countering my own creature card, keep in mind the only difference that would have happened there is maybe I would have gotten one more turn because I had my 2/2 creature. So.
But Rob, you never know what you could have drawn in the heart of the cards.
That's
you
true.
You never know
yeah.
if you don't go.
Yeah.
Did you actually have any flyers?
No. Well,
No,
I mean, I
that
did
has
before.
It's got the
You got
Phantasmal
direct
Tiger,
damage?
doesn't it?
No, that doesn't have any direct damage. It does have flyers, yeah. But
okay.
I lost all my flyers when Austin attacked me that first time, so I was pretty much.
I was
pretty much
trying to
boned
kill your
from that
flyers, to be honest. I was just trying to kill you.
Well, yeah, and you pretty much succeeded.
That makes it any different at all.
I was pretty much dead from that attack, for the most part.
Pretty rare that the red deck has such good openings that way. Just kind of down.
Yeah, you probably could have killed me a lot sooner too, actually.
Could have killed you like 1 turn sooner if I would have used the disintegrate.
No, I just mean like if you were whittling me away with flyers, like with 1 flyer.
Oh, but I had to worry about the other dudes attacking, so I needed blockers.
Yeah. Also, you don't want to incur Austin's wrath instead of him attacking Baer.
Right, that was part of it too. I wanted to make sure that you didn't see me as a threat until I was going to be able to kill you pretty quickly.
Yeah.
I probably could have. Yeah. Well, yeah. Bear didn't have. I mean, I had that stupid 5/5. I didn't want that to be killed, and then you steal one of my better creatures.
Mm-hmm.
My entire deck is built around late game, so I guess I can't really blame Austin for targeting me.
Yeah,
also, Rob, can I start an LP series in which I play Bastion and I roleplay as Logan Cunningham?
Yes, please do.
I just narrate after the narration, and I narrate about the narration.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. Yeah.
Instead of kid, I call him man.
I'd also like one where you leave the volume up as high as possible and just constantly complain about how he won't stop talking. And that would be the majority of the entire Let's Play.
Oh, God. Or just, like, don't check your sound levels at all and have the game volume be way too loud, and then you can't hear the person speaking at all. Or just whisper. That's another good one. Is if you
have
just...
the gain of your mic as high as it goes.
Be quiet this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, talk really quietly with the gain all the way up, so it just sounds like it's crackling and popping, but you can't hear what you're saying.
All these passive-aggressive attacks at the
I feel bad though because
players, man.
it's just their Skype doing it. We all know it. Come on.
Yeah, no, it probably is just Skype. Like, you could pretty much just blame Skype for it.
They
These
plug
are the
their
Skype
mic
of
in.
Let's
They think
Plays.
it's gonna work, and then Skype's like, "How you doing,
Yeah.
friend? I know you haven't me installed for your 3 friends from school, but I'm gonna make your life a living hell for the next."
Yeah.
Yeah, and to be fair, before this episode, we even had to tell Bear to fix his mic because Skype's fucking crazy.
No,
Breaks
I
everything.
mean, all of Let's Playing I've learned is totally
Checking the
fucking
mic settings.
trial and error. Because there are so many accidental, like, things that will go wrong that you just... Eventually, you can mostly catch all of them before they happen. Because you know what things to check. But, like, initially there's, like, loads of problems where it's just like, oh... For some reason, this program at some points during this game, if I have this setting ticked, will at points just make a push sound every once in a while. And it's just like, alright, well, I guess, fuck it.
Alright,
It's completely true because
So
2 years
true.
ago I sounded exactly the opposite, basically, of what I sound like in my recordings right now, but I spoke in the exact same way. It was all just like a matter of finding out how to do it properly that allowed things to work well.
It's entirely trial and error.
You're totally right about the psh sound, though. That happens to so many. Like, I'll be watching a video from like a really popular channel. I'll be sitting there at 20 minutes into a 40-minute video, like not even paying attention, and all of a sudden, psh, oh god!
Yeah,
that's to get your attention back. Actually, I think that's a built-in function of Skype. Is like, do you want to at some point, midway through your recording, play a noise that gets your audience's attention back? Check that box.
Oh god damn! But yeah, no, it's all trial and error. It's all it is. It's all just so much trial and error. So don't be disheartened.
Just don't do it.
Yeah, just don't do it. Or better yet, just make a channel that links to Alpaca Patrol's channel. That's another good thing. Actually, shots fired on the network that I'm with, but I'm not kidding. Like, one of the promotional things, and this isn't against the rules for me to say this because you could just do whatever, but
whatever. I should talk machinima the whole last episode.
Exactly. So my network, I'm not fucking kidding with you right now. One of the promotions is you make videos that link and promote people to other more popular Polaris channels. So it'd be like, hey, Total Biscuit made this new video about this thing. If you made a short 5-minute video talking about how much you really love that video and link to it, then, good thing. And it's like, fuck you, man. Wow. Like, you suck my balls. Like, fuck you guys.
I feel like a scumbag for recommending somebody watch a TV video.
Well, I'm not shooting shots at TB specifically, but I'm just saying, like, that's a pretty common thing. Where it's just like, yeah, promote this video that just came out from this thing, and like,
I just promoted it because I wanted to promote it, but now I feel like shit. If I was part of this promotion, then I would have been doing something scummy.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Well, with all promotions, you have to actually you have to mention that it's a promotion anyway. So, that's a thing.
Unless you're Microsoft, because they actually don't.
Yeah, Microsoft can just do whatever the fuck they want. I don't know how they still, like, here's my question. Microsoft has billions upon billions of dollars. They are still the majority of the market of home computing. They have the Xbox, which is, a competing gaming console that's been that way for the past 3 generations. Why the fuck does Internet Explorer still suck so much ass? Like, it's
not a priority for
so much ass. It's the worst thing ever. How do they do that? I don't understand. I don't get it. I mean,
it's pretty bad.
They could just throw some money at it. Just throw, like, 20 million. Fuck it. Throw $100 million at it. You'll probably fix it. And that's like nothing.
That's not true.
Yeah,
they're out of good ideas. They, instead of designing with better ideas, they just design with different ideas, which is how Windows 8 happened.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah.
They didn't fix any problems except for how to, like, force this shit onto tablets and then make it really unintuitive on desktops, because apparently the future of all computing is on tablets.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't understand. I see all of the non-tech savvy people using tablets now, and it's just like, why do you have a tablet? They want something for, like, their phone, but they also want something like a computer.
You want a bigger phone.
Yeah, it's just a bigger phone, is what it is. It's like you have a phone that does everything the tablet does. It's like maybe you just want to watch movies, I guess. Go buy a portable DVD player. Those still exist.
Yeah, no, all that said, the that new Surface Pro that they're coming out with actually looks kind of baller. However, it's like $900. So it's like, well, okay, if that was like a $150 device, I'd probably buy it. Because it, like, have you seen the keyboard thing that it has, where it's just like the
little click one?
Yeah,
it's like real big on that stupid concept.
Yeah, but the new one actually looks kind of cool because they have different. It has like the way it's set up is you can be in any position on your lap, and it'll move to whatever position you want. Like, it doesn't lock into different slots like a traditional laptop thing works. It flows and locks at whatever position you want it at, which is kind of nice. And also it despite being like thin and sort of flexible, it also has like a tactile response. Like it clicks, which is kind of nice. I can kind of dig that.
Well,
so
I heard the Surface things were terrible, so I have no interest in it.
I haven't. Yeah,
I hate the marketing for like tablets though. Instead of them marketing like just computing on the go, it's like, you should really have this thing. I don't know if you need it, but you need this.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're taking the Steve Jobs grind. You know, that was his whole thing. Is like he never really made anything that no one had ever done before. You know, he didn't innovate in like technologically specifically, but he did innovate in making technology a fashion statement. You know,
he found a way to make you feel useless if you didn't have his product.
Exactly. Yeah. And he was a smart businessman. You know, he's a smart businessman, a horrible demon of a man, but a businessman.
Also poorly represented by Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah.
Yeah. I watched that video recently, or that movie recently. I thought it was real bad.
Was it really bad? Yeah. Well, apparently
it's okay. That would be my.
The writing was awful, though. I mean, the acting was fine, but it just was such a bad story.
Also, it's weird how they portrayed Steve Wozniak as like a super fat, ugly, bearded dude. And no offense to that actor in particular, when Steve Wozniak actually wasn't that bad looking of a dude.
Yeah, I remember seeing that on Reddit. Just like they made Steve Wozniak look like they had like a
they wanted him to be
picture.
The super nerd.
Yeah, they wanted to make him like look like a really like trashy nerd, and he just didn't look like that. Which
they also didn't want him to take over as the main role of the entire movie because he was the only character I actually cared about, and he was the only one that wasn't a horrible person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So otherwise, like, why would you empathize with Steve Jobs, which you still didn't in that movie, if you had this other guy who was way more interesting and actually was the reason Steve Jobs could be successful?
Yeah. Well,
according to them.
You know what's funny about that movie is they pretty much have just concluded that that movie never came out because literally months after they made that movie, they started production on a new Steve Jobs biopic movie. Like
Wait, the same company started doing it?
Same everything. They just changed out the writers, directors, and actors, and it's in production right now. It's in pre-production.
So they Spider-Man'd it.
Yeah, basically.
Is it called Steve instead of Jobs?
I don't know, but it should be. Yeah, they're making a new one. It actually looked like, with the actors attached, I don't remember who they are, but I remember seeing it and be like, oh, that actually seems kind of cool. Like, the actors attached and the directors attached seem pretty cool, so I'll watch that.
Ashton Kutcher to play as Steve Jobs.
You know, Ashton Kutcher, you know, say what you will about the man. Say what you will about the man, but he is the highest paid television actor because he took over that 2.5 Men role.
That's still a show.
Don't understand that.
I've never heard of a single person who ever said they watched that show before.
That's because you don't hang around with those people.
Yeah,
I guess.
You don't.
Although that was,
I've heard people.
The audience actually enjoys that show.
I don't think
there's
probably not a lot of people who watch 2.5 Men in a row.
Is that a popular show though?
Yeah, I mean, like, it's obviously very popular. I'd be curious to hear if anybody watches that program. Do you enjoy it? If so, why?
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like Game of Thrones, one of the most popular shows on TV right now. I know so many people. Even like I don't know if I mentioned this on the show before, but there's a guy I work with who's like 50 years old, Southern man who his job all his life is a demo man, and he's really like and he watches it. He lives in like a trailer.
Dude, think about like the kind of people that you follow on Twitter, the kind of messages that you see thrown around in your little sphere. And realize that there's an entire other like paradigm shift on the other side of Twitter, full of people that are always talking about 2.5 Men and CSI Miami and all the shows available on basic cable, and their tweets are 5 words long, and they say things like "can't find my shoes" or "time for dinner" or "hey, can anyone walk my dog this evening? I have a thing."
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
did you guys experience when the Ashton Kutcher thing, when he was becoming the new actor, when everyone you talked to was like, "Oh my God, Ashton Kutcher's," and then you'd be like, "So, like, do you care about this?" And like, "No," and then you'd be like, "So why are we talking about it?" I don't know. Why is anyone talking about it?
Dude,
it was like the guy with Batman too. What was his name?
Ben Affleck? Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's so angry about that.
People are flipping, like, I don't know. Like, I was not one of the people that were flipping out over that. Like, that, okay, people can have their shit about Ben Affleck, but that's like a holdover from, like, way back in the day Ben Affleck, because he has proven in the past couple of films that he's directed that he is a fucking excellent director. Like, he's a really good director. Maybe he's subpar in acting, but, like, even in the films that he's been in recently, he's been pretty good. Like, he hasn't been giving bad performances. So people were just, like, shitting all over Ben Affleck. And people also shit all over Zack Snyder, which is the director of the Man of Steel movie and the new Batman Superman movie. And like that one's a little bit more fair because that motherfucker, he is like half and half on his movies. He's like Nick Cage, except for directing.
Why do people watch Superman? What a boring superhero.
He is a boring superhero.
All you're giving me is like the imagery of people lining up to shit all over Ben Affleck and Zack Snyder.
That's basically what it is, man.
Next.
Yeah.
It's like an old crotchety man. That was the voice you just used, like this 85-year-old Walmart greeter.
Well, I hope you boys are...
It's like the next one is the ticket number. And
I hope you boys are prepared. I just had one of those famous bowls at KFC.
Oh, yeah.
Give me a lot of corn in this one.
Give me a double down. It's time to double down on these two here.
Yeah.
And they're funny too.
Yeah. No, but that movie seems good. Man of Steel was a competent film. It wasn't great, but it wasn't
why don't they
bad.
have that on the box? Man of Steel was a competent film.
Competent
Alpacapatrol.
No, but like Zack Snyder, like people shit on Zack Snyder. He's the guy who made 300, and then he made that really, really, really awful movie about like the women in the mental institution, but also fight dragons with machine guns and stuff. You guys know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, I saw that. Or I saw bits of that movie.
Yeah, it was really
I don't
bad.
remember the name of it.
Yeah,
Was that 12 Years a Slave?
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, with the hot ladies.
I had the image of Rob doing average movie reviews for movies. I might go see it.
You can make that a thing.
Yeah.
I don't honestly know why you don't do movie reviews on your channel.
Cable, maybe I'll see it.
I would love that.
No, it was like, all right.
Yeah, it was alright.
They should all be like 8 seconds. Let's just make them vines, dude. It's like have a little slate card you can bob up. Rob's movie reviews. Superman. It was competent.
Yeah.
Every 2 weeks we'll watch a movie and then we'll talk about it.
For 8 seconds.
I'm fine with
8
that.
seconds.
Like, I've actually thought about doing that. The problem is like I don't get screening copies of movies, and like for instance, I would love to do a review of Godzilla because a lot of people shit all over that movie. Because there's this thing, there's a thing. I don't know if you guys have noticed it as well, but you know how there's like a hype train for things. Like I think Watch Dogs is a good example of this. There's a hype train.
Yeah, where they lie in the marketing and then you believe it and then you're angry.
Yeah. Well, but here's the thing. There's a hype train, but then if something happens, there's also an anti-hype train that'll happen. So like
That's
for instance,
derailment.
Yeah, you'll see like I went on Metacritic to see Watch Dogs, and I saw there's a discrepancy. There was the critical reviews were around 70 to 80%, and the user reviews were around 20%. So that discrepancy usually doesn't happen unless there's a anti-hype train where everybody's just been shitting all over a game, whether good or not. And it's the same thing with, like, that kind of happened with Godzilla. Like, one guy said, oh, there's not enough Godzilla in this movie. It was shitty. And then everybody anti-hype jumped the train like, yeah, this movie fucking sucks. And, like, they never really, like, in all the reviews that I read that were negative, completely ignored all of the positive aspects or like, ignored what the movie was actually trying to do. Like, a lot of the reviews were like, oh, there wasn't enough Godzilla fighting, there wasn't enough this thing, and there wasn't that thing. It's like reviewing a toaster and being like, yeah, but it can't blend smoothies, so it fucking sucks.
I hate reading movie reviews.
Yeah.
They're always so vague and like they don't make any sense. Like, this movie doesn't really know why it existed. What does that mean?
Well, if I were to do movie reviews, I would do shit like that too, though, in fairness. Like, if there because there are incompetent films, like films where, like, okay, like I think a good example would be Elysium, where, okay, they had this concept, they wanted to talk about immigration and immigration reform, and then that was their idea, and then they never did anything with that concept in the whole movie. It was just like,
that
okay,
was a good review that you just told me. That made sense and had a beginning and an end.
Yeah, yeah. But it's like, yeah, we're going to talk about immigration reform. Okay, that's all we have to talk about. There are immigrants in this movie. Now watch some giant robots fuck each other up. And, like, that's the whole movie. And it's like, you know, it's alright, I guess. You could have expanded it on the concept.
That's how I felt about Godzilla, to be honest. It was like, all right, we'll watch some shit fuck each other up. It's all right, whatever.
Yeah, but that didn't happen in the new Godzilla.
I didn't think it was fantastic. I didn't think it was awful. I didn't really like it very much, but I didn't hate it very much.
There's a lot of films that you can walk out of feeling like, well, all right.
Yeah.
That's
Sure,
it.
yeah.
That's the entire experience.
I think
really don't even want to
Transformers,
talk about it because there wasn't anything to talk about. It was
No,
just
see, that's
CG.
the thing. That's why. No, see, that's the thing. That's why I want to make a review of Godzilla, but I haven't seen it enough. And if I had a screen, like a screening copy that I can watch the movie multiple times, because, like, here's the other problem: is a lot of these movie reviewers that I see on these blog sites that get like on Metacritic, they'll watch the movie one time. They'll write down notes while they're watching it the first time, and then they'll watch it, and then and that's it, and they'll watch it the one time and write a review. You can't do that with a film. Like you can't. You cannot possibly appreciate all the nuances of what a film is trying to do on a single watch. You just can't. There are a lot of things going on. I don't know.
Yes, because you can usually stop as you go.
Yeah, that's probably true, and also the experience is usually over 20 hours, so I mean, you can pretty much assess.
I feel like that would make an argument against it then. If you have to invest at least 20 hours into it to only experience it one time, do you really think you can catch all the subtleties and nuance throughout it as well?
Well, the thing is, the difference between game review and movie review is like a lot of times movie review is usually an artistic critique, whereas game review oftentimes is a performance mechanical critique, which you could critique a lot of films just based on their mechanics and discipline alone. Like if you were to critique Godzilla on just mechanics and discipline, then it was a fucking amazing movie because they did a very good job with cinematography and all this stuff. But that's not what necessarily makes a movie good. Whereas in a lot of games, mechanics are all that makes a game good. You know what I mean? Or like at least a much larger portion than in a film. Like discipline.
I suppose it depends on the kind of game too, and that just opens up a whole new can of worms. Because if you're reviewing like Super Street Fighter, then you're not worried about the backstory of Chun-Li or something like that. You're just concerned about whether or not there's input lag or something.
Right. I think.
But a lot of games too, you form an opinion on your first run through. When you start over again, you now have this little kernel that you start to dissect as you play through it a second time. And I do think a lot of valuable things come from a second playthrough. That you just have to do because of the way the structure goes, even if you're taking notes as you go through the first time. So it's kind of...
I totally agree, yeah. I mean, and also the thing is, game reviews have the same kind of problem of movie reviews, is that, like, you have to get it out the day of or the day before it comes out. So oftentimes these reviewers are getting, like, games, like, a week before and have to, like, binge play the whole fucking game through. Yeah. And then, have their thoughts. And, if you... Like, we've all played... I'm sure we've all binge-played a game, like, all 15 hours.
2, man. That was a hell of a ride for, like, a 5-day gameplay through.
Yeah, exactly. And,
no internet and no help.
It colors your experience. It definitely colors your experience. Like for instance, a good example would be SimCity, right? It actually got pretty positive reviews before it came out because all of the online integration features were not present in while the people were reviewing, because it wasn't online yet. Well, and then the game got all shitty because they had to turn on the always online DRM, and then
the honest reviewers, though, most of them corrected the reviews and said that the game was not reflective, or their review was not reflective of a complete experience, and therefore was kind of invalidated.
Yeah,
I saw quite a few people say that the review didn't count after that shit changed, and that train derailed for like 2 weeks after that game came out. It just would not stop hitting more towns and more cities as it destroyed everything in its path. That fucking train. That was a really the worst train.
Yeah, that was a long train of hate.
The Great SimCity 5 2013.
It was probably one of the worst game releases I've ever experienced, having watched all of the hate come from every point in the entire internet over and over again.
But people were hating on that like long, but there was a hate train going way before the game even came out, and then like it was like totally exacerbated by it having horrible internet issues and launch problems where people just couldn't play it. It was just like, oh man, that's
well, shitty. And then they lied about it.
Yeah.
And then they said that they were using the internet.
They straight up lied.
For DRM, they were offloading data to their servers because it made the game run smoother. Because there were too many fucking calculations for them.
Straight up lied about it.
Yeah.
And then they caught him in the lie in like 1 day.
Yeah.
They were like, well,
the one guy in one day made the mod and was like, yeah, no, this game runs offline perfectly well. And they were like, okay, look, so we were a little bit dishonest about that, but so what we've done is we've patched it so that mod doesn't work anymore, and then we're gonna work on a way to give you guys offline because you deserve offline.
1 year
like,
later.
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
Well, they also discounted a shitload of games for people who bought the game too. If you remember,
Yeah.
I think they gave people like cheaper versions of Dead Space 3.
No, they gave people 3 free games. They gave 3 free games.
Gave away free games.
Free games? Okay, I don't remember them.
They were like.
Yeah, I have to give kudos to Amazon too, because Amazon doesn't normally refund digital downloads, but they recognized the fact that people were getting so mad, and I just got a complete refund and got like the entire process taken.
Let's be honest, Amazon lost all their kudos the other day when they patented photo taking pictures on a white background. They have no more kudos for me.
Did they really? They patented
that? They patented taking pictures against white background.
Okay, here's the thing. We'll see. Just patenting something doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to get fucked up. It's only if they're going to act on that patent, and we'll see. I mean, maybe they will. If they do, then then they're totally fucked up.
It was
but maybe
very specific circumstances too.
Yeah, but
it
the thing is,
the platform and lighting angles.
Yeah, but here's the thing though, like because of what happened with Candy Crush, I'm sure a lot of companies will start enacting those kind of patents without actually having any intention of acting on them. Because, I mean, look what happened with the whole Candy Crush thing. It's like somebody ripped off somebody else's game and then patented the concept and the word candy and then started suing everybody who used candy and the original creator. So
why
it's
is
like,
any of it allowed?
Yeah.
There should be no patents of any of this shit.
You can basically blame Disney for copyright law, by the way, in general. So, you know, that's a general thing.
All right, so the moral of this episode, fuck Disney again. We did this once before.
You know what? Like,
it always goes back to Disney.
Disney and Nintendo are so similar, I feel. Like, they're such similar companies because they make things that make me want to love them so much. And then they also do some really awful, horrible shit that just breaks everything. And it's like, guys, I want to love you. I really want to love you. Why are you making it so hard for me to love you? So.
I feel like that comparison is not necessarily super fair. I think Disney's done way worse things than Nintendo actually has. We're just particularly inflicted by a lot of them, you know, personally.
Well, now, but Nintendo is a much younger company than Disney is, so, I mean...
Okay, so you're saying give Nintendo another 30 years and
are they?
Our wives.
Isn't Nintendo, like,
Nintendo like hundreds of years old, man.
Nintendo in the modern era of
in the video games
world. Yeah, video game Nintendo. Yeah, that's playing card Love Hotel Nintendo, not them. It's a different company.
I mean, more Love Hotels now. That would actually make me like them more.
They should do Nintendo Love Hotels again. Just, you know, you can
all
over
Nintendo
America.
videos.
Oh no! Fuck
they would
cosplay.
like let me stay in a Love Hotel.
Yeah,
I'd totally take that profit sharing.
Oh my god! If I disappear, then that means my cat hit the fucking breaker switch on my outlet thing.
Wow.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. He's really close to it right now.
Just got it today.
Pretend that you just disappeared.
This is terrifying. Your cat's gonna murder you. You're gonna get murdered by a kitten.
I'm just gonna shut the power off to my computer.
In the interest of saving you, I'll say goodbye to my folks over here. Thank you for watching as of 2014.
Sorry about
there's the list of all the companies that we'd like to create negative relationships with based on the series so far. This is just today's episode. We should do a really good backlog of like everybody that we've ripped on through the course of
Hey, Mario Kart 8 looks really good.
It's really fun.
Yeah.
It has hoverboards and Toad.
Yeah. Oh god, please don't.
That's really good, though.
It really is, yeah.
Wow.
I want to bring you on a date and just like hide you under the table and have you just make those noises on occasion and pretend I don't notice them.
Just keep feeding me dollar bills every few minutes. I'll be there.
I just want Super Nintendo Slippy Toad from Star Fox, the original Star Fox. No. That's N64.
Yeah.
No. In Super Nintendo, it's like yeah, like that one is like way better. That's the best Slippy. I miss that Slippy. I want a new Star Fox. Yeah. It's too hot, Fox.
Did anyone ever mod the N64 version? I want the SNES dialogue in the N64 version.
That would be great. Someone make that mod, please.
Bear
You're
tried to say
amazing.
goodbye, and I totally just
I did.
stomped on him.
Yeah.
I'm ending it now.
All right,
Okay.
bye everybody.
Okay.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.
This is Alpaca Patrol signing out. Peace, fools.
Peace.